Hi, I'm Bybreen and welcome back to another episode of Soul Stirring Astrology, where I give you my textured take on the world of astrology. Well, welcome back to the North Node series. Today I'm dealing with Capricorn. So with a North Node in Capricorn, that means your South Node is in Cancer. And in previous lifetimes, or maybe still in this lifetime, you have immersed yourself so deeply into the family life. That's the good, the bad, and the downright ugly of it. Every kind of texture and nuance of family life you've been wedded to, committed to, immersed within. So there are strong, very deep emotional bonds and attachments, be them positive or negative ones, that you hold on to. And you've brought that into this life. However, by immersing yourself so deeply within the world of family, you have relinquished your responsibility to yourself to demonstrate your own sense of competence, your ability to stand up in this world on your own 2 feet. And the longer that you have this wedded attachment to the family, the tribe way of doing things, is the more that you're doing yourself a disservice about who you could be in the world. So this history that you have, this sense of, placing the responsibility on someone else or a group of people to take care of you is really doing yourself a disservice, because you're robbing yourself of self-worth, the ability to demonstrate who could you actually be if you were able to separate your sense of self and take responsibility for the life that you want to lead. So with the North Node in Capricorn, there is very much this drive, this determination for you to take charge of your destiny. The longer that you place it in the hands of other people is the more that you're going to remain in this very infantile way of being, which does you disservice given that you are now a grown adult. So when you're looking at what you need to develop, it's about the confidence to be who you are. It's this sense of self-care. Given that you have a history within the Cancerian mode, you know how to care for yourself, but you now need to demonstrate it. So you've got examples of self-care, and you need to do this for you. You need to be able to prove, demonstrate, assuage your own insecurities about whether you can survive in this world or not, because there's a part of you that you project the responsibility. It's this person who has to do it for me, or it's this group of people who has to do it for me, when actually you keep robbing yourself of the opportunity to grow. So what is it that you really need? What is it that you're seeking? Is this sense of belonging. Who do you belong to? That's essentially what you're asking yourself continually. Do I belong here? Do I belong there? Where am I wanted? Where do I feel protected? Where do I feel cared for? Where do I feel loved? Well, the sense of belonging starts with yourself and with your ability to go into the world to show yourself, well, how could I build a foundation? What could I actually do? Because obviously when we're looking at the world of Cancer, it's about home. So you need to be able to create the bridge from your family home, whether it was a fantastic experience or whether it was a very dysfunctional experience, and how you build the bridge into the outer world so that you can establish your own sense of belonging, because belonging starts within. It's here and it's here, and that then gives you the security to be able to be comfortable, feel secure wherever you are in the world, whether you're around one person, a million people, or by yourself. Security starts within. So in terms of, your talents and your skills and what sort of profession you could go into, you have to be somebody who's in a leadership role. You have to take control of your own life. Working for somebody else isn't really going to be the most fruitful avenue for you to explore. So, if you're into management, you're a leader, you're an entrepreneur, you're a politician, anybody who has a leadership capacity, that's really where you're going to thrive. You also have a capacity to nurture and nourish other people. But don't go into the caring professions, because if you go down that road, what you're going to find is you become swamped by feelings and emotions that could be on the negative side, but also this sense of helplessness. It will take you back into your past life of relying on other people to bring you this sense of security. So your role here is to really be able to lead from the front. It's Saturn at the end of the day. It's Capricorn, ruled by Saturn. And so Saturn is the mountain goat. You know, you've climbed to the top of the mountain. You've climbed away from the family, whereby you're able to establish your own identity. And then having established your own identity, you're seen as an expert in your own right. And then that will give you the confidence. Then you can relate to other members of your family with a sense of parity and equality, instead of being the one who you are always being deferential to other people. So somebody who really embodies this North Node in Capricorn is Eminem. So he has his North Node at 21 degrees in the second house of Capricorn. He comes from a very conflictual family environment. You know, it's publicly known the fallouts, the breakups, the really kind of contentious family relationships he has or had with his mum in particular. He also has Mercury in the 12th house of Scorpio. So he's somebody quite clearly who has the capacity and the ease to sing about, rap about, talk about, write about the shadows, the demons, the dark side of life. He's very comfortable dealing with the taboo subjects of life. If we think about his song, My Name Is, well, that's a quest in terms of his own identity. He had to break free from his immediate family environment to establish his own identity. And he's done that, particularly with the North Node in the second house. He's cultivated his capacity to speak and communicate with such depth and profundity. In that song, he says, you know, I don't give a fuck about what people think because God has placed me here to piss the world off. You know, very Eminem, but also very Mercury in Scorpio, ruled by Pluto, so very comfortable about that. Also in that song, he says to his mum, you know, I'm going to become a famous rapper, and then I'm going to write or record a song about drugs, and then I'm going to name it after you. Again, we have this revelation about the fractured relationship. It's also shown because he has Mercury square his moon and his moon is in Aquarius. So the things that he raps about have been quite shocking to the world, but he's been very true to this North Node in Capricorn, where he's been able to establish his very firm identity. And Rolling Stones magazine named him, or have included him, within the top 100 people of the greatest artists of all time. So he really has established himself as an authority in the world of rap in particular. He's also shown that he had to be his own boss. You know, he's a rapper, he's a songwriter, he's a record producer, he's a film producer, he's a record executive, and he's also an actor. So, you know, that whole kind of, as they say, the 360 experience of really living out. And then the caring and compassionate side that he has is he has custody over his children. He also has joint custody. He has joint custody over his children. He also has joint custody over one of his stepchildren and also his half brother. So he really is a caring and compassionate person, and has gone into a goal-orientated world of work, profession and career, as opposed to developing a career within the caring profession. So with this North Node in Capricorn, the affirmation here is that I cannot control other people. All I can do is really control myself. So that's it. If you've got this North Node in Capricorn, you have to show up. You have to show up and demonstrate to yourself, first and foremost, how you're an authority. And once you can demonstrate that you are an authority, you then you gain emotional security, and it starts inwardly and then you can take it outwardly. So that's it, beautiful people. Put your comments in the comment box below. Feel free to share the episode with anybody in your network, and like and subscribe to my channel. If you'd like a consultation with me, get in touch. bybreensamuels@googlemail.com. Stay well and really concentrate and cultivate those wonderful skills and talents that you have, so that you can stand and be the authority in your life. Okay, bye.